Welcome to the video this week. Sorry it's late in the week, but happy Thursday. It's really been on my heart to talk about race tactics. Yes, race tactics. So I'm going to cover all the basics. Hopefully it's helpful. I'm going to start with swimming, and then I'm going to do biking, and then I'm going to do running. So swim tactics, bike tactics, and run tactics. Anything that can help you get to the finish line is the goal. So tonight was a pretty easy swim. I guess while I'm thinking about it, I will cover the pool swim and the open water swim, because there's a lot to differentiate between each one. As far as the pool swim and the open water swim, there's a lot of technical stuff that's different between each one. So like for instance, the pool swim I want to go over is your pull. So what I mean by your pull is when you go down for your stroke with your right hand, you want to get every bit of pull you can out of that motion and all the way back through. So you don't want to just pull down and then just out and then out, in, out, in, out. You want to get everything you can out of that pull, that full motion, all the way back to your swim trunks or to your the top of your leg, and that way you can get the most out of your swim. So that's one tactic. Now the open water swim tactic, I'm gonna save that for Saturday because we'll be at Lucky's and I'll be able to share that with you. So we're gonna do a quick run tonight, so let's go. Hope you enjoy this week's video. All right, did a quick 5K after my swim. 7:47 pace. So you do the math. It was a definitely a really great run. I'm gonna touch on and off about running because I feel like running, there's a lot of tactics, there's a lot of information on the World Wide Web about running. There's pros, cons, opinions, people talking out their butt, so to speak. Which we all do it from time to time, let's face it. But I'm here to bring you facts that I feel like I've researched and I've actually tried. I'm not just sitting behind a computer, behind a desk in an AC office. I'm actually out in the elements, putting the math and the mind and the mental together to get results. And results is what it's all about. To get better, to get faster, and all the above. Anything you can think of when it comes to triathlon or just life in general. You want to get better at what you do. So the tactic for running would be to don't change the way you run. If you try to be like somebody else and they're faster or slower or whatever the case may be, or you're slower and you want to get faster so you want to copy the way they run, don't do it. You'll hurt yourself every time. There's been some things that I've noticed people do, and I tried it, and it worked for me, and it was just a little small tweak. I remember focusing on running with my feet out a little bit, and now I've been doing it for so long, I've actually trained myself to run my feet in a little bit, so when I strike, I'm flat. I'm not in, I'm not out. I'm perfect. And how I do that, which is kind of dangerous, is I will run on the edge of the sidewalk, and it keeps my mental focus, I feel like, for running. And I'm not like wandering off in my thoughts or my music, whatever I got going on. I'm actually focused on the run. I'm focused on my pace, focused on my heart rate, and I'm putting my feet to the pavement, and I'm watching the edge of that sidewalk so I don't slip off if it's an uneven surface. If it's even, don't worry about it. There's been times that I ran off the sidewalk and I just put my foot down flat and make sure it didn't go off at an angle where you could angle and break your ankle. So angles are very bad. So try to run somewhere where it's not a lot of up and down. The most even surface or map or track that you come up with on your own. So that's my most favorite and important tactic when it comes to running. So it's late, as you can see. We had a big workout today. We had the 2,500 meter swim, followed behind a 5K. So there's a lot going on today. Now we gotta get some sleep and do it all over again tomorrow. Tomorrow though is one of my favorites, weights. Core workout coming soon. Some new core workouts coming soon. All right, quick little 5K run before the core workout. Let's go. So I've been knocked off 7 seconds off my 5K tonight. So 7:40 something pace, 42 I think it was. I was really thinking about just an observation about running, and I come up with, when you're doing a 7-minute pace, you look really good. When you're doing a 8, 9, 10, 11-minute pace, depends on where you're at, and you're running career as an athlete, you look good. But you got all your gear on, you got your fancy shoes on, you got your short shorts on, shirt, no shirt, heart rate, you got your high-end watch, Garmin, Fitbit, Apple, whatever it may be, and you look really good. And I was thinking, my observation of that is you look super, super duper good when you run fast as you can. And I would say you even look excellent if you're in a 6-minute pace. So let's just say 6-minute pace, you look excellent when you're moving and grooving. You look real good when you're 7, 8-minute pace. Let's do 8.5, almost 9. And you look good when you're doing 9, 10, 11, 12. So we'll leave it at that. That was kind of like my observation / tactic on looking good when you're running. So, the gym. I feel like something that can really help you out with a gym, with your core, would be just doing the core to the max, just pushing yourself. Like for me, a tactic that I use when I'm working in the gym, I push myself really hard to my peak, and the results, I feel like I always get them on the next day. So I've been doing a lot of rows and working a lot of my back muscles and my arm muscles. You got to really be careful with that. You don't want to overdo it, because like me, when you're swimming the next day, you don't want to be like real fatigued and can't have any power and this and that. So I do work out as hard as I can, but I use lighter weights. And it always seems to work out for me where I have more power in the water. So my tactic for the open water swim tomorrow, which I'll talk about a lot more, I got a couple things I want to bring up that's going to help you beginners out there as far as your triathlon journey, like it did me. Well, my tactic is core, and then it helps me on my swim as far as my pull, like I talked about in the beginning of the video. So it's all gonna kind of come together like a glove on a hand. So good night, and we'll see you early in the morning. Well, as usual, running about 6 minutes behind. That's me and my training. So we're headed to O-Town. So we're gonna get this swim knocked out. Looks like the rain's passed through. It is a little cloudy, but if you look through there, the sun is definitely breaking through, which is a good thing. So it's gonna be a real nice training day. Every once in a while you get one of those nice, cool training days, especially after it's rained a bunch. So here we go. Going to Orlando. We'll be there pretty quick. It don't take long. About 35, 40 minutes. So we should be there about 7:40. So let's see. All right, 7:44. Not a minute to spare. Look at all these people. My goodness. I love Saturdays. There's a lot more people on Saturday, I feel like. So let's park real quick and get going. All right, so we're walking down to Lucky's. Check this out. Man, that sun is coming in. Whew. It's my favorite. All right, so we're at Lucky's Lake Swim. We just got done. 55 minutes over and back, so a total of 4 laps, about 2,300 meters. Depends on, if you swim out far or if you swim close to the buoys. So my race tactic for an open water swim is one that really excites me. I think it's going to help a lot of people. There is buoys out here. At the end of this part of this video, I will get a good video of the buoy and I'll try to zoom in so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So basically, when you're swimming, you can start off in the massive part of the crowd where it's probably like, I don't know, 50, 60 people in a little group, and then it just grows from there depending on how many people are going to be in the race. And so as soon as you hit the water, you're in that big group, so you're on top of each other, you're just swimming. And unless you're with the pros, and you're out front and it's no big deal. But when you're with a group of athletes, no matter what their speed is or their seated time is, they do want you to be honest and use your seated time for swimming, but a lot of times people are not sure what that is, so they just show up and go for it. So when you hit that first buoy turn, most races you'll have 3 or 4 buoys that you won't turn on, but still, even though on the straightaway buoy, try to stay to the outside of it. The race tactic for that would be yes, you're gonna swim, in a half Ironman, you're probably gonna swim, I don't know, 1.3, 1.4 instead of 1.2, which is fine, which is about 2,000 meters or about 2,100 yards, 2,200 yards, which is equivalent to 1.2 miles. And then in an Ironman, you're gonna do 2.4 miles, which is about 4,000 meters or 4,200 yards, give or take a couple of feet there. So I would always say, especially on the turns, swim outside of the turns, not in, because the mindset of an athlete is 2.4 or 1.2. We don't want to do any more or any less of that part of the discipline of the race. When it's 1:16 on the bike in Chattanooga, we want to do 1:16. When it's 26.2 on the run, we want to do 26.2 on the run. So I wanted to say all that to say this. When you're using race tactics, sometimes you have to pay ahead, if you will, pay in advance to get those dividends back. So basically, you'll see the results at the end of the race. Do it your way, the way you've been doing it. Let people climb all over top of you on these turns. trust me, I've been in many, many races, and it is definitely will mess with your mind. Well, the phone's ringing, so I gotta go. Headed to Lakeland to do that ride. All right, well, the storm is behind us. Look at that. So we've been rained on. No lightning, thank God. But look at this. This is just beautiful. Perfect conditions. Got the wind on my back. I couldn't ask for a better ride. I'm handling about 25 miles an hour average. So yeah, this is cycling 101. A, build the foundation. B, the strength comes. And then C, the core. So it's gonna be really, really good. This is one of my my better workouts. Really, really pleased. Well, another 100 miler under the belt for the training program. Isn't that awesome? 100 miles, a century, got it locked in. Let's go in and rest and get some food, and tomorrow's gonna be the big run. So we're working on that foundation, which is the first part of the A, B, and C. So work on A, which is foundation. So let's keep it moving. More race tactics to come. Get a good night's rest. Whew. Well, that's the video. Happy Sunday, everybody. I got one more important race tactic. And one of the race techniques or tactics will be on the course, and it's ice. Ice is your friend. A lot of people don't know about this one, but take a cup of ice, and most of the hats that Ironman gives away, it's called Boca. Probably see it right there. B-O-C-O. So what they do is they absorb sweat. So if something absorbs sweat, then what will it absorb? Ice. So you're going to put this in your hat like this right here, because they have plenty of ice on the runs. And then you're going to do this number right here, and it keeps it in there. And voila, you got ice in your hat. You look a little crazy, but hey, we all look a little crazy on race day. Anything goes, as long as, number one, the athlete give it his all, 125%. I can't think because that's a little cold on my head. But it works. Your head will get numb. It'll get used to it. But I'm telling you what, I turned a 10-11 minute pace into a 8 or 9 minute pace because I was able to cool from your head down. Heat rises, so when you get hot, all that heat rises up and goes to your mind and your brain, and you're just like, man, I don't feel so hot. So you'll notice when an athlete sits down or lays down, they immediately put a cool compress or something of some coolness. Where? Yes, on their head. So that's the last race technique I have. It's involving heat and running. You can't really do it so much on the bike because you don't really get that hot on the bike. I mean, you do, but you don't. So remember, grab that ice, put it in the hat that Ironman provides for you. It's under Boca, B-O-C-O. That's pretty much one of the sponsors for Ironman. So it looks like Monday is 7 weeks to race day, guys and gals. I can't believe it. It's going to be like 50-something days. Yeah, 7 and 7, 49. So yeah, 50, 49 days, somewhere around there. Everything is grooving. Today was pretty much a foundation piece. Let's go with A, foundation, because it was after a 100-mile bike ride, so my legs were a little heavy. So I just went on pace, heart rate, technique, not really speed so much, even though I wanted speed, but I just couldn't push for speed. But I still finished about a 9-minute pace. I think it was like 50 minutes, somewhere around there, for the whole 5 miles to finish up my race week. So to recap real quick, Monday was hour bike, so 20 miles. Tuesday was a, I'm trying to think, sorry. Tuesday was a swim, 2,500 meters in an hour. Wednesday was a Oh, what was Wednesday? Wednesday was a night off. It was my birthday, so 44. 4-4. All right. So Thursday was double up. Thursday was a 3-mile run and I think that's it. Just 3 miles. Yeah, 3-mile run. And then Friday was a 3-mile run with a gym workout. I was pretty excited about that. And then, as you know, Friday was a 100-miler with Century. And today wrapped up the training with a 5-mile workout, foundation. So that's all I got. Thank you for watching again, and stay safe. And remember, have fun. And we'll see you guys and gals in the next video.